Mawaka baby a wo bia me di check ese efi Nyankopon ho na ebrel. Ya fa me Ben Bruce a high Xposed GH. On subscribe ya subscribe ya de tumpa na won saka. Fiti enra awia up to ene edin ba ko na sebe edi chinchiman e wo Ghana. Yera Ken Ofori Atta, the former finance minister. OSP Ajaben were declared Yera Ken Ofori Atta as wanted. Wanted means he's a fugitive. And I'm sure CN and number say the former finance minister of Ghana has been declared a fugitive. It means that baby I will be a sawoba. Nampesi a come kakra near dive into it near Wunya Sabe OSP Nikasa, but you got here OSP Nimbra.
Ladies and gentlemen of the media, a few minutes ago, I signed a directive declaring a high-profile person a fugitive from justice. This person is wanted by the OSP to answer charges in respect of several cases, including the following. 1. Contractual arrangements between Strategic Mobilization Ghana Limited and the Ghana Revenue Authority for the stated objective of the enhancement of revenue assurance in the downstream petroleum sector, upstream petroleum production, and minerals and metals resources value chain. 2. Termination of a distribution, loss reduction, and associated network improvement project contract between the Electricity Company of Ghana Limited and Beijing Zhaochen Technology BXC. 3. Procurement of contractors and materials and activities and payments in respect of the National Cathedral project. 4. Activities and payments in respect of a contract awarded by the Ministry of Health, initially commenced by the Ministry for Special Development Initiatives to Service Ghana Auto Group Limited for purchases and after-sales service and maintenance of 307 Mercedes-Benz Sprinter 305 CDI ambulances for the National Ambulance Service. And 5. Payments out of and utilization of the tax refund account of Ghana Revenue Authority. Ladies and gentlemen of the media, the fugitive's name is Kenneth Nanaya Ofori Atta.
I OSP say no allegiance to Ghana. Only personal vendetta and yes sabe on a former finance minister Nenya. Also almost extended invitation to him but my wama na charges be on your bono a 3 or 4. Also ba could be a sabe. Oil deal be an somo ye and you say saw banom kasa. Number 2, cathedral baby a bunya kupono, baby a bunya kupono. Was so no make kasa nientia. 58 million has gone down the drain as sabiye wushe. And other matters are also to be disclosed. I say up to now, Yera Ken Ofori Atta ontimi mai ye bona homa na waso yare wakwa brochire. Boss letter near the buy no hwe letter na. Enye sabi obi oda ho wa hu se ni pay sabi obetimi anantiti ade no mpese oba eno na OSP say massa dabi baby a wo bia ne say me declare wanted me the pictures from farm down abrofo no hu no ma hu say sabi we a fugitive Trump so say wo boa Africa ni bia wa disika de obebo waba ti hospital no one de ya bonaba opo ya bonaba sa na mate Trump eno ne me akasa sa na okan ye iti assembly the I time na OSP kasa no say enye Ken Ofori Atta pe o 9 other people are they are also involved in high level corruption yenkotie nimra
Corruption and corruption related offenses in respect of an alleged embezzlement of 1.3 billion cedis from the Unified Petroleum Pricing Fund UPPF at the National Petroleum Authority NPA. The investigation primarily targets the following persons: the coordinator of the UPPF, Mr. Jacob Amwa, NPA staff Frida Tando, NPA staff Wendy Ashon Newman, and the former chief executive of NPA, Mustafa Abdul Hamid. And lastly, it will be recalled that in the last quarter of 2023, the OSP and the Controller and Accountant General's Department jointly commenced corruption risk assessment and investigation into suspected corruption and corruption-related offenses in respect of government payroll administration. It is also recalled that the assessment and investigation are especially aimed at isolating and removing the names of non-existent, ineligible, and undeserving persons from government payroll, recovering wrongful payments and unearned salaries, prosecuting persons suspected to be culpable for any offenses, and the institution and implementation of internal controls in respect of payroll processing and payment of salaries. We further recall, as you do remember, that to facilitate the rollout of the investigation and assessment throughout the country, a pilot exercise was carried out in the northern region, covering educational institutions under Ghana Education Service and the Tamale Teaching Hospital, by a joint team comprising investigators, tracers, and assessors from the OSP and selected staff of the Payroll Processing Directorate of the Controller and Accountant General's Department between December 2023 and April 2024. Ladies and gentlemen of the media, I'm glad to announce to you that after thorough investigation, the OSP is now ready to commence the prosecution of persons suspected to have engaged in such conduct. So earlier today, I directed the Director of Prosecutions at the OSP to file criminal charges at the High Court in Tamale against the following 6 persons. 1. Yakubu Tahidu, a former teacher at Balogu MA Junior High School, Yendi, in the northern region. 2. Abdullahi Abubakari Sadiq, an integrated personnel payroll database coordinator of the Ghana Education Service in Yendi, northern region. 3. Sami Suk, a schools improvement support officer for the Yendi North Circuit, northern region. Mohammed Yusuf J, one-time headmaster of the Balogu MA Junior High School, Yendi, northern region. Stafford Kolete Azude Barris, an assistant chief accounts technician at the Controller and Accountant General's Department, Accra, the Greater Accra region. And Osman Isahaku, a one-time headmaster of Balogu MA Junior High School, Yendi, northern region. The main charges are corruption of a public officer and corruption by a public officer involving the manipulation and siphoning of funds designed as fictitious salaries from the government payroll. The identified persons would soon be arraigned before the High Court in Tamale. Thank you for coming. Any questions?
Yes, our just say can sabe or answers to questions to answer. 9 other people are sabe omunyina high related, cases and a womb. Now when you mention no, yakwate say soldier phobic or ken oforiata efie. Na no na OSP say self stage. I ken ankasa no o sheda ka say nkofo bi e ba ho no ombeye. Enu so yakwate enimra.
And at 4:16 p.m. the very next day, it is yesterday, Tuesday, 11 February 2025, before we could respond to the letter that came on Monday, the OSP received another letter from Mr. Ofori's lawyers. This time, it was an inquiry. Mr. Ofori's lawyers wanted to know, and they stated that they were informed by the household of Mr. Ofori that in the morning of Tuesday, 11 February 2025, that is yesterday, 12 men comprising 1 police officer, 4 military men, and 7 other men in plain clothing visited Mr. Ofori's house, and that by threat of force they were able to enter Mr. Ofori's house, and they undertook an exercise purporting to be a search of every room, office, gym, and other spaces in the house. Mr. Ofori's lawyers then inquired if the OSP could confirm that the actions of the 12 men were the instance of the OSP, so as to enable them to decide if a complaint to the police would be unnecessary. Mr. Ofori's lawyers and prayed for a prompt response from the OSP to prevent imposter action. We are now responding promptly, and we have chosen the course of answering Mr. Ofori's inquiry publicly at this briefing, considering the circumstances surrounding the purported raid at Mr. Ofori's house, media reportage of the purported raid, and in light of the reckoning that some media houses have stated emphatically that the OSP was behind the purported raid, and in light of the reckoning that the purported raid is being made to appear as if it was some untoward action by the OSP stemming from some contrived vendetta held by the OSP against Mr. Ofori,
So, here we go. And this is our response to Mr. Ofori directly, but through you, the media. Mr. Ofori, the OSP did not raid your house on Tuesday, 11 February 2025, or on any other day. Mr. Ofori, the OSP did not cause any persons, however uniformed or bedecked, to raid your house on Tuesday, 11 February 2025, or on any other day. Mr. Ofori, that could not have been the OSP, and that is not our style. If the OSP enters your premises, you will not be in doubt as to whether it was the OSP that had come there, and your lawyers will not have cause to do an inquiry ascertaining whether it was the OSP. We have our unique methods of conducting searches, and we have uniquely designed insignia identifying ourselves, and not just by a statement that we are from the OSP. This is one such main insignia. A person cannot just show up and say they are from the OSP. It's cheap, anyone can say that. But when the OSP enters your premises, you will definitely know by our insignia, our methods, and the way we identify ourselves that this is the OSP. Our intelligence points us to state that the purported raid on Mr. Ofori's residence was staged, or at best, an imposter action in an attempt to court disfavor for the OSP and to derail the investigation. You know us very well. The OSP is never deterred by such occurrences, and the investigations will continue as by law prescribed. These occurrences and the OSP's intelligence, which will not be revealed at this time for fear of compromising the investigation, are very instructive as not to put premium on Mr. Ofori's alleged imminent peril should he travel back to the jurisdiction.
I also when your steps is self-take. Just so can Ofori na person na onya sympathy from the people. I don't think na sabe o timi kwake kasa because was a police ni bianco, so they ni bianco nti entwa no twa no. Ene enyam na meka OSP no ka. Banya person meka say two things. Have you seen why I keep on saying, say, we have a very stupid constitution? Yes. Constitutional, when the person is in power, you can't touch the person. Because the presidency has too much power. How long na you best say adiano no biaba? I had to say one step forward, two step one backwards. And the end is for the kind of say 2016, 2017, even your power OSP no. OSP no started say chasing quaphobia. And this is for two were crying say, Master, the person is what? Witch hunting. And the MPP, they are crying, Parliament, also witch hunting. We need to fashion out a system. It means some of the powers from the presidency. Not sabe, whether in opposition or what, you can be tried. Number two, the OSP needs to be given what we call autonomy. It means the power no money is attorney general na CBM. And so to me autonomy na otimi what? Etimi try case no etimi prosecuting from both sides. And when the Rebecca say he's truly independent. Na sabe will start idea from current attorney general. As attorney general, no, he's been what? Chosen by the president, the bogus. That is why each time you bet choose public officer and people think say it's for what? The government in power. Yeah, say ebeye. Now what be? When you make carry, you make say until proven guilty, don't let us judge Ken Ofori. Me, I don't like him. I don't like him because what mu bunyankopon. I saw that some city. Me, I don't like him. But then don't go and what judge him based on where that is my personal way. Me penasem. Me only nyankopon nya so ani me nya. But me pamocho. My can't chance why comfort on your comfort until he's what tried. Not bebani a bisan and numasam ni aka na bibi etie no. My judging is why comfort. Ya de asem we yatibida. Why should you cry na nko baby ya? By your bed dear fully. I have exposed you to Bruce. Also subscribe to Tumpa now and Saka be Manuesi.
watching Expo GH.
The best channel on all of YouTube.
Yes.